Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. We're going to have two Texas raced versions in a row. This one here is going to be Carl Edwards' 2008 Aflac Texas Race Win. This was, let's see, Samsung 500. I believe this was a spring race. I have to double check. Yep, April 6th, 2008. It was the Samsung 500. So there's, I just have the winner card there, which is one of the things that comes with also that certificate. But we'll start with the two boxes. And the only reason that's important is because, if I slide one off to the side, the other one off to the side, we have the old Elite clamshell style box where it's got the sleeve. Opens up, and that's our box. So that's one of our boxes. And let me think here. Where's the quantity? There we go. One of 300 Elites. And then we go over and we look at the ARC box, which has the custom artwork here. You can see it's got a race version, Fort Worth, Texas, April 6th, 2008. You know, some pictures. There's Carl in Victory Lane, winner circle, or sorry, winners, winner, April 6th. There's our quantity, one of 708. Unfortunately, this one did get a tad bit mushed on the bottom there, but yeah, so that's our box. That's the difference between ARC and Elite box for 2008. Now let's go ahead and see what comes with it. So in the ARC box, you get one thing, winner card right here. Start time 2:21, total laps 300. He led 123. 10th career win. Interesting. That's really interesting because it's 2008 and he only had 10 career wins by 2008. I want to say by 2008. Well, he did have a lot of wins in 2008, so I guess that'd be fair because I was going to say by 2008, when just for comparison, when you think about how the early Casey Kane years started, he had 7 wins up till 2008 at the start of 2008. So he had 9 and Kane had 7 entering the 2008 season. So yeah, it's just the way the cookie crumbled by the end of it. But oops, just dropped the card. All right, so then it also comes with a serial card there. You can see DIN 300 of 300. Wow, 300 of 300. That's pretty cool. Very last DIN. Huh, neat. Anyway, now let's go ahead and let's take a look at the differences in the cars. So we're going to start with the Elite, and then we'll look at the ARC. So on the Elite, the first thing is you go down the left side. Well, it's more the front and left side, but you can see some rubber buildup up here. And you can see some of it kind of streaked over here, around here in general. See the rim is nice and shiny. That is unique to the Elite. The other one is plastic. So that's I'll show you that when I compare them. But we got our number 99, some more marks over there. We got the duck, a little bit of rubber buildup on the left rear, probably from the burnout and stuff. We got Aflac. We have this kind of sparkly green color on there, which actually looks very, very nice. You can see the sparkly green on there. We got Claritin, Aflac on the wing here. I can't remember if I fixed this wing or if it was the other one. We do have a fuel cell in the back with the braces and tethers, detail on the trunk. DIN 300 of 300. The roof flaps deploy on each of them. However, the Elite, let's see if I can get one of these roof flaps to pop open. Tell you what, these are some good tight-fitting roof flaps, and I am not going to force open them because they are really, really well painted. And I do not want to flake any of this paint off because it looks darn near pristine. So if I can get just one roof flap to pop open, I don't care which one, that would be honestly the best. But boy, they are tight fitting roof flaps. There we go. I got one to pop. Come on, you. And then it fell back in. So, come on. Oh, there we go. I had it. There we go. Okay, that's as far as it's going to let me open it. So I'm going to show you this quick. But there are the tethers on the back of the roof flap there. It doesn't let me go any further than that. And then it said when you get it all snapped in, look at how tight that roof flap fits. I mean, that looks almost perfect on the roof. So you got Aflac Autism Awareness for April. If you didn't know that, April is Autism Awareness Month. Also Aflac up there. Oh yeah, here, you got the radio transmitters. Look at all the little wires in there. I always thought that was pretty cool when the Elites had that wire stuff in them. Let's go ahead and look at the right side here. So on the right side, you can see got some burnout marks around here, rubber particles and stuff kind of built up all over the right side here. The nose is really where most of it's at. So you can see there's a silver grate across the nose there. Down here is where the actual grill opening is. I think there's actually a metal plate up there. I really can't tell. And a black plate there too. You can see like kind of a gray carbon fiber looking splitter there. Rubber buildup all across the nose, whether it's on the right front or the left front. And then we got Aflac on the hood with a big old streak of rubber right across the middle of the F there. We'll go ahead and pop the hood open. There's our engine detail and Aflac under the hood with actually rubber buildup around the edge of the hood as well, which is kind of cool. And then you can see all the belts, hoses, and wires attached to the engine there. So that is the paint scheme part. Now we're going to look at the ARC versus Elite. And I said earlier about the wheels. See how that wheel is real shiny? Look, it's metal. Well, this one here is plastic. This is the ARC, and you can see the wheel is not shiny. It is like a matte finish because it is plastic. Now, I will say, side by side, the ARC sits lower. I can push the Elite down, but look how much lower the ARC goes. And I don't like hammering them, so I'm not going to squish it that hard, but same amount of force. The ARC does go lower, and it is easier to lower the ARC in terms of, trimming the springs that are up in here as well. Other things, obviously, there's no brace and tether in here, just a basic opening trunk. No tethers on the back of the roof flaps either. The other thing, though, I will go back and I will show the Elite where we can just pull this window net out like so and flop it down on the door. And now you can see there's seat belts inside, the gauges inside. You can see there's a lot more detail on the cab or the interior of the car and the cockpit. So that is all noticeably different. Let's go ahead and we'll do a side-by-side engine comparison. Now I will say I think the hood probably fits a little bit better on this ARC, but I'm still keeping the Elite. So there's the engine detail on the ARC. This might be one of the first times I've actually done a comparison on a true COT. Remind me if I haven't, but I think this might be the first time. So there you can see the hood doesn't open quite as far on the Elite, a little bit less. But when you get down there and get a chance to look at the engine detail itself, you can see there are a lot of lines, a lot of wires. We can see the valve covers in there, just all the individual pieces and parts. Get over here. There's still lots of parts, but they are a little bit more individual, a little bit more basic, a few less different lines that are running from place to place. Yeah, overall just a little bit more simple on this one right here. So a little bit more simple, definitely more busy on that one. Let's go ahead and get the autofocus back on. And then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to tip them on their side so that we can take a look underneath the cars. And that is easiest done when I put a cloth, like the Motorsports Authentics cloth, on down here. And we're going to go ahead and put this one on its side and rotate it so you can see. So there is one. And let me grab another cloth. I actually have a lot of these. I used to use one as a helmet visor, like I don't know what you call it, maintainer device. I used to use it to cover my visor and keep my helmet cool before a race in go-karts. I thought it looked cool. All right. So here we go. That is the undercarriage of the Elite. Noticeable, the bumper bar is the biggest one. The rear suspension has one line and looks like a track bar. Obviously that side does not. No silver plate, DIN 300. No plate over here, no bumper bar. Under the front end, you can see there's lines running into the transmission, but otherwise pretty busy, but nothing super crazy. Over here you'll see no lines running into that transmission. But otherwise, up front, same. Looks the same over here on each side. But again, the big noticeable one that I had was the rear plate. And then the lines here, you can see right here, those are all pieces that are not in the ARC. So the Elite has definitely always had better detail. The further back you go, the bigger the difference is, honestly. So that's a very noticeable one there between the two. But overall, the ARC is still a great car, especially for this era. I need to get these off the cloth, that's why. So even in this era, the ARC was still great. It just wasn't as elite. I mean, this used to be a $69 car. This used to be like a $100 car. So, you know, they had a very big price difference, and the ARC was a much better value at the time for most people. But, yeah, I still got the option to get this Elite, so I definitely still had to pick that one up. So, but anyway, let me back these up so we can actually see them. Anyway, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below after another Texas review. Let's see. This is Thursday, so we got, Xfinity race tomorrow night. So we'll get back into the swing of the races here after our long off week. Let's see. I had to yawn there. I don't think there's anything else I ever really to announce. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.